I'd like to call the meeting to order. Misty, would you call the roll, please?
Dave Burris.
Present.
Randy Graham.
Here.
J.R. Huddleston.
Here.
Deborah Johnston.
Here.
Bill Lukens.
Here.
Craig Romey.
Present.
Gary Telkamp.
Here.
Linda Varvel. Here. Thank you.
Would you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance?
They're back there again.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our usual reminder, Council, if you have a conflict of interest, please let the rest of the council know before you vote.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
leave it to JR.
Just making sure we're awake, huh?
Yep.
Are you good?
Good.
All right.
Thank you, Mayor.
Can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
Make a motion to approve the agenda as written.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from the January 5th council
Make a
meeting?
motion to approve the minutes of the January 5th council meeting.
Second.
Linda?
Yes.
Sure.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. Can I get a motion to approve the bills in between?
Make a motion to approve the bills in between for $241,031.63.
Second.
You sure?
Yeah, I'll go ahead with it.
Let's flip coin.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. And a motion to approve the current claims.
I make a motion to approve the current claims of $32,216.47.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. And a motion to approve the accounts payable claims.
I'll make a motion to approve accounts payable claims of $47,017.02.
Second.
Discussion?
I see on our document it shows it's $48,017.02.
You are correct.
Oops,
Good catch.
which is it?
48. It's what's on here.
I amend my motion to make it $48,017.02.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That darn AI.
Yeah. I second that.
I wish AI could do this.
Autocorrect.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. Communications from the public. Marla Cooley, Fall River County Intervenors Update.
Hi, testing. Is it working? Okay.
Go right up against it, though.
Marla Cooley, there we go. Thanks. 145 South Garden Street. I'm an individual intervener, working together with a larger group tonight we're here together, several of us, that have worked hard to get the venue changed, which you all got behind us, to help us get the venue changed. Well, that was denied by the chair. And you all have a letter in your packet. And I'm going to ask someone else to speak to that. I don't feel confident. I just simply got us on the agenda for tonight. But we are appealing to a full board, not just the chair, for this permit for mining, for exploration. But yeah, I'd like to offer the mic or the floor here to Rebecca.
Mayor, members of the council. My name is Rebecca Turk. My last name is, I will eat the mic. No, my last name is Turk, T as in Thomas, E-R-K. So I am here because I have been doing some assistance work with the interveners, and I assisted in drafting the letter that you have in your packet. What it basically addresses is the fact that Oglala Lakota County Commission made a timely and proper request for a venue change, which was dismissed by a single member of the board, the hearing chair. He's a busy guy, you know, casting no aspersions, but the administrative rules allow us to make an appeal to the full board that just says, hey, you know, we really would like to see this hearing and the decision-making done where people can access it. And so that's basically the purpose of this letter, is to just, you know, ask for that full board consideration. So it's just kind of a continuation of what has been discussed in the past. And I stand by for any questions.
When is their next meeting?
The board's next meeting, I believe, is February 18th, but the appeals are due by February 2nd.
Do you know if the person that denied that, was that the chair, was that Bob Morris from Belfouche?
Yes, the hearing chair is Bob Morris. The chair of the board is Mr. Glenn Blumhardt.
Did you get any feel or any idea as to why they denied that?
Yes, I believe it is because, so the project is cited in Fall River County, and it was Mr. Morris's impression that because of that, Oglala Lakota County's request was moot. But as we point out, you know, several of us have pointed out, as well as I think this letter points out, that a timely and proper request can come from a county with affected land, not just the county in which the project is cited.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else want to address the council tonight? All right. Moving on to personnel, can I get a motion to approve personnel actions A through B?
I make a motion to approve personnel actions A through B.
Second.
Discussion? Dave? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. On to new business. New business item A. Can I get a motion to approve and authorize the mayor to sign the settlement, release, and waiver agreement?
Make a motion to approve and authorize the mayor to sign the settlement, release, and waiver agreement between the City of Hot Springs and ISG to settle, release, and waive any and all claims, losses, causes of action, demands, suits, controversies, damages, expenses, judgments of all kinds and nature that the city has or may have against ISG for the cost of design and extension of the suspended sidewalk at its north end in exchange for $27,138.65.
Second.
I believe JR got in at the deadline. Discussion? So council, new business item A and B, and also for the public, they go together. Everyone, I suspect, is well aware that the suspended sidewalk, the northernmost tower, isn't ideal. It bumps into the parapet wall of the retaining wall for the Fall River. That problem was originally identified back in fall of 2024 as the suspended sidewalk work was completing. We reached out to ISG to try to work out a resolution. That was never what we expected to have happen. It wasn't what the plans showed would happen. And we have been in conversations with them, DOT, the contractor who built the suspended sidewalk, to try and get a resolution. We didn't have a firm resolution to it until a couple of weeks ago when we reached a settlement with ISG on how we would get that work completed and when we would get it completed. So I want to talk a little bit about the cost to ISG for $27,000, cost from ISG from $27,138.65. That's an amount that ISG will reimburse the city once the work is completed. That amount was arrived at by looking at the amount in new business item B, which will be in front of council, of $37,176. That's the amount that it will take to actually finish the work. Finishing the work means that the suspended sidewalk will be extended 10 feet to the north. An additional 10 feet of the retaining wall will be cut off. And then the suspended sidewalk will be extended north and tie into that new wall, or to the existing wall. So you subtract the $27,000 from the $37,000, and you come up with a difference of $10,037.35. That was an amount that we negotiated with ISG. That should be the city's cost to have that work done. The reason it would be the city's cost is that had the work been completed when the sidewalk was originally built, the cost for that additional 10 feet would have been $10,000. DOT helped us arrive at that amount with ISG. So that was part of the discussions and where we would land, who would pay what portion to get the work done. I want to thank our attorneys for working with us on that. I want to thank Core Construction for working with us on that. I want to thank ISG for working on that. And I want to thank the council for your patience. We've had a number of conversations about this from when we first identified that we didn't have what we expected as far as the suspended sidewalk. So we've been working on it, and we weren't in a position to share with the public what the resolution is going to be until we actually reached an agreement with ISG to get that taken care of. So the first one for the motion that's in front of council right now is once the work is completed, ISG will pay the city $27,138.65 towards that $37,176 for the completion of the work, leaving a cost to the city of $10,037.35. Any questions, council? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. New business item B, going to get a motion to approve and authorize the mayor to sign the contract agreement with Core Construction.
I'll make a motion to approve and authorize the mayor to sign the contract agreement with Core Construction for the completion of the suspended sidewalk extension at a cost of $37,176 to be completed by August 15th of '26.
Second.
Discussion. The motion is to complete the work by August 15th. Once we get this signed and get it off to the contractor, then we'll be asking them for a date that they're going to be starting. They've indicated the spring, but once they have the signed contract, then my hope is we'll get maybe at least a confirmed month or a date to get started. But the work will be completed in October, or in August. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. New business item C, authorize the finance officer to reinvest the maturing U.S. Treasury bond at SD Fit.
Make a motion to authorize the finance officer to reinvest the maturing U.S. Treasury bond at SD Fit, number 21080-104, 602 water WTR-DSR into another U.S. Treasury bond with South Dakota Fit for a 12-month term at 3.37%, subject to minor market fluctuations, matures January 31, 26.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. New business item D, can I get a motion to approve and authorize the mayor to sign the letter of support for the appeal of the December 21st ruling?
I make a motion to approve and authorize the mayor to sign the letter of support for the appeal of the December 21st ruling to deny the venue change for the Craven Canyon uranium exploration drilling permit.
Second.
Discussion? So this is the letter that Marla and Rebecca, I believe, spoke about earlier. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes.
Good luck, and thank you for all your hard work and all the miles you've put on. Having to go to Pier.
New business item E. Can I get a motion to approve and authorize Golf Operations Manager Jill Lowell to sign software agreement with Lightspeed?
Make a motion to approve and authorize Golf Operations Manager Jill Lowe to sign software agreement with Lightspeed for the Notify text reminder subscription.
Second.
Gary?
Gary.
Thank you.
Discussion? Council, Misty, or Ariel, I'm sorry, had a memorandum that she had shared with you describing this software agreement. Ariel, is there anything else you'd like to share?
I wrote the memo because, trading 1.5 foursomes per week, if you don't golf, you don't know what that means. So instead of us writing them a check for this service, they get the green fees and the cart fee for essentially 6 golfers a week. And should they not book those spots, they don't roll over, so we're not getting charged extra. I see this as a very low-risk, tested-out situation. We're hoping to clean up our no-show numbers. And if this works, great, and if not, we'll have to look at something else.
Appreciate the explanation, the fact that it seems to be well-tested and successful in other operations. That's
Right.
sounds like it's probably money in our pocket.
Yep, I hope so.
Gary?
Well, I've read the whole thing and just looks to me on the surface that it makes business sense. Time will tell, I guess.
Yep.
Getting a better handle on the no-shows is just huge. You only have one opportunity to sell a specific tee time, whether it's 11 o'clock or 11:10 or whatever. Once that tee time is passed, you can't resell it. So ensuring that somebody does in fact want it, that they're going to be available for it is huge.
Is there, these tee times, people got to put a deposit down for that?
No, and that's what I asked. As someone who does not golf, I think it makes sense that you'd put down a deposit, but that doesn't seem to be an industry standard.
Well, if you go to swap meets or anything else, you have to pay for your booth or something
Right.
before,
Yeah, no,
you can't pay.
I agree.
So
Anywhere else.
I don't know why we couldn't ask for a deposit. And maybe they'd show up more if they have to spend money.
Yeah, that was my first idea.
Anyone else? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. New business item F, accept resignation of Christine Heidebrink.
I make a motion to accept the resignation, regretfully, of Christine Heidebrink from the Historic Preservation Commission term 2024 to 2026.
Second.
Discussion?
I would, the HPC is a very important commission in our city here, and I would encourage anyone out there listening from the public that has an interest in this, and they feel like they've got some value to add to reach out to the mayor.
Thank you, Gary. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. New business, item G, accept resignation of Mike Summer.
Make a motion.
Go ahead.
I make a motion to accept the resignation of Mike Summer from the Historic Preservation Commission, term 2024 to 2026.
Second.
Great. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. New business, item H, accept resignation of Brian Crawford.
I make a motion to accept the resignation of Brian Crawford from the Historic Preservation Commission, term 2025 to 2027.
Second.
Discussion?
Didn't he just get on?
Brian Crawford's been on there for years. Years
Just
and
got,
years.
Renewed.
He just got renewed, yeah.
yeah, okay.
Anyone else? Ariel, have you had a conversation with any of these three folks?
I called Brian Crawford, trying to kind of clean up the list of members we did have. He had not been in attendance for months, dealing with some personal life problems. So he just decided it was time to resign officially.
I understand.
No, Christine and Mike, you haven't had a conversation with them?
Christine gave us a resignation email, and then while we were talking about that at Historic Preservation, Mike Summers said this would be my last meeting also. So he didn't really elaborate why.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes.
Mass exodus.
New business, item I. Can I get a motion to approve a travel training request from wastewater maintenance operators Richard Miller and Andrew Hausch?
Make a motion to approve a travel training request from wastewater maintenance operators Richard Miller and Andrew House to attend the basic water treatment workshop in Rapid City, 127 through 129.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. And our last new business, item J. Can I get a motion to approve a travel training request from wastewater foreman Jason Carell?
I make a motion to approve the travel training request from wastewater foreman Jason Carell to attend AE2S Advanced Treatment Training and Exam Prep in Rapid City on January 27th.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Under our committee reports, Administrative and Finance, JR, Gary?
Admin and Finance met on Monday, January 12th here at the Mueller Civic Center. In attendance were Deb Johnston, Gary Telkamp, J.R. Huddleston, Mayor Bob Nelson, City Administrator Ariel Allison. New business, number one, wastewater foreman request for extra clothing budget for pants for wastewater only. Committee reviewed the needs and costs and recommending $300 full-time and $150 part-time towards pants for wastewater employees only, as this provides roughly 5 pair of heavy-duty jeans. In 2026, they will need to adjust within their budget and will revisit for the 2027 budget. Item 2, wastewater foreman request for city-paid extra training for test prep for wastewater exams. Committee discussed the benefits to both the employee and the city for the certifications. Acknowledge that classes are normally free, but recommend we do pay for this one. Committee recommends that the city only pay for class mileage, meals, and wage for the first 2 attempts per exam. The operator will continue to pay for all exams. Item number 3, review CDL requirements in current job description for maintenance positions, water, wastewater, and maintenance superintendent and foreman. Discuss the inconsistencies for the CDL requirements in Public Works job descriptions, agreed that no position higher should have less stringent requirements. Recommend that the maintenance superintendent, maintenance foreman, and Class 3 maintenance require A, and tanker endorsement at higher. Water and wastewater foreman require Class B and tanker endorsement at higher. Class 2 maintenance water operator and wastewater operator require a Class B and tanker endorsement within 18 months of hire. Number 4, ideas and brainstorming the water wastewater treatment plant billing dilemmas, funding billing dilemmas, including VA and state home lack of meters, seasonal shutoffs, lawn meters, vacant homes, for sale, abandoned, etc., commercial users, etc. Discuss the need for a study group to discuss these scenarios and to make a recommendation to admin finance, which will then make a recommendation to the council. Study group will meet on January 22nd at 1 p.m. City Hall. The next meeting is scheduled for February 9th, 1 p.m. at the Mueller Civic Center. We adjourned at 2:26 p.m.
Anything you'd like to add, Gary?
Sounds good to me. Secretary.
Any questions?
The tanker, you're saying that CDL guy needs a tanker endorsement?
Needs a B and
It is in the job descriptions
Yeah.
currently.
We don't own the tanker.
I believe our jet trucks count as tankers, do they not?
Yeah, but they don't need a CDL. Are they air brakes?
I think they do. I think that's why they're in the job description. We have
Okay.
2 jet trucks.
Okay.
which you said.
Any other questions? Thank you. Custer Fall River Regional Waste Management, Craig?
Called to order by Mike Lund, Chairman. Roll call was Mike Lund, Chairman. Les Cope, Vice Chairman. Peg Ryan, Secretary Treasurer. Rita Reagan, Edgemont. Dean Weekly, Fairburn. Craig Romey, Hot Springs. Vince Lowe, Oryx. We approve the minutes of November 20th. Treasurer's report. Expenses paid and outstanding transfers was $159,042.99. Bank balance is $524,068.39. Sale revenue was 8,129.59 tons. Tonnage of rubble was 869.40. Daily landfill operations and auction and actions required. Fence lost from windstorm. 3 overhead doors need replaced, which is very expensive. Concrete crushing project. They want to crush all their concrete, but we have to clean it up because it's got so much rebar in it. And I don't know how they can get it out of the concrete without crushing it up, but I didn't mention Curry Barker and Jason Lynn was there too, sorry. Okay, more actions information, credit card processing final update. Well, we're done with that. But the scale, if you use a scale over there, it costs $1.75 just to use the scale, and it's so much a ton. The quote for the fuel quote, we haven't got it full. They put 2 out and nobody replied yet. As far as white goods, we take white goods to the landfill over there. It's $25 for white goods, $50 for like refrigerators with Freon. They don't have to be drained. Next, Next board time, 6 o'clock, we changed it, and it's on March 5th. And if you want to go over any other details, it's online, as Misty tells me.
Any questions for Craig?
Still at the Mueller Center on March 5th at 6?
Oh, I thought we'd have it in my garage. Yes, the Mueller Center.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you. Historic Preservation, Deborah.
Historic Preservation met January 7th here at the Mueller Center. At 5 p.m., present were Carl Hall, Joe Nicochet, Mike Summers, Luke Broyles, Gary Telkamp, Brenda Telkamp, myself, Perry Holmes, Wesley Foss, and Ariel Allison. Under old business, the feather flags banners within Historic District discussed colors, fabric quality, and the intent of the original designs. The committee is good with the options presented and okay with businesses using their preferred vendor as long as they follow the color guide. Under new business, City Hall Restoration Deadwood Grant discussed the need to revise the scope to fit within the 40,000 instead of the 50,000 that we were hoping it would be. Recommended Julian Brown Eyes for tuck pointing. Number 2, historic jail restoration. Wesley and the Lions Club would like to work together to lift and replace the bottom 7 or so rotting boards of the historic jail. Wesley will look to source historic wood and create a construction plan to present to the council, asking for funds from the 211 fund. So if anyone out there has historic wood laying around, please get a hold of Wesley. Number 3, Deadwood letter. Minor edits were made to the Deadwood letter, which was signed and sent to all legislators by email and mailed to our local legislators, and was signed by all the members of the commission. And if you would like more information, it's a 2-page letter discussing the Deadwood funds, how they're allocated. It's been $6.8 million to Deadwood for the last 35 years and $100,000 per year spread amongst the rest of the state. And Deadwood is completely restored at this point. And Hot Springs, we feel, is as historically prevalent as they are. We have the same founding fathers. They have our sandstone. And we feel that from this point on that there should be a rearrangement, reallocation, revision, whatever you want to call it, of the funds so that ourselves as well as the rest of the state, we don't lose any more historic buildings because it is a very expensive endeavor, as we all know. And the $10,000, $15,000, $25,000 grants just aren't enough for anything to really get done. And we're also making a suggestion that they change the matching from 50-50 to either 80-20 or 90-10. So we felt that since everyone throughout the state has historic sites, that all the legislators should be notified of our request. And I don't know if we've heard anything back.
I have heard back from 2 of them. One you'll be happy to hear is in our district.
Okay.
And she planned to get with the others in our district, so we'll see where that goes.
Okay. Okay, if you would like a copy of the letter, I can forward it to you, so let me know. Number 4, fundraisers with Save Our Sandstone. The first Historic Preservation Save Our Sandstone fundraiser will be a garage sale aiming for the end of February. I think it's March 20th, 21st now,
March
correct?
now, yeah.
Because February was all full here at the Mueller Center. And that will most likely be filled mostly with Second Chances supplies and anyone else who wants to bring stuff to donate towards the fundraiser for historic preservation. Number 5, a meeting location, possibly to change our meeting to City Hall instead of Mueller Center. And it was unanimously approved, so next month in February, we'll be at City Hall, 5 p.m. on Wednesdays. We reappointed the chair, Carl Hall, for another term, and we reappointed Joe Nicochet for vice chair. We decided to discontinue the secretary position with discussion that the city administrator is doing agendas and minutes, so there's really no need for a secretary position. And as we did earlier, we accepted Christine Heidebrink's, Mike Summer, and Brian Crawford's resignations. Staff report updates, discussion on the Kidney Springs gazebo repair is coming to the following weeks. If anyone's noticed, the statue on the top has been removed, and so that will be ongoing. Next meeting is Wednesday, February 4th, 5 p.m. at City Hall. We adjourned at 6:20 p.m. And as you heard earlier, we are in need of at least 3-4 more commission members, so please spread the word and let the mayor know.
How many do you have as of right now?
That would be 3?
Yeah.
3. We have Carl, Joanne, Luke.
Lost quite a bit of experience on that.
Yeah.
Any questions?
I got a two-part question. That tuck point on City Hall, we're gonna have to move all that dirt before we do that.
That's part of the process.
And that person's gonna move the dirt, or is the city?
There would be different people involved.
Yeah, we're still looking for quotes. It's a drainage project, essentially, moving the dirt, building kind of I want to call it a patio, but not a patio, like a pad and a retaining wall. To keep it from continuing, and then using what we have left to hopefully get some tuck pointing done. So we anticipate that'll be at least 2 different people, because if you can tuck point, there's a good chance you're not moving dirt.
And we may have to phase the project because of the award amount. So I've already reached out to the people who awarded the grant with that. And so as soon as we get estimates to show what we can get done with the money that we have, we may have to phase the project to complete it.
They have a separate grant for retaining walls. Would it be possible to ask them for extra funds from their retaining wall fund?
The Deadwood Fund
Deadwood
has
Fund. They have a retaining wall fund that is separate from their others.
I did not know that.
With a separate application, because we submitted an application for all of it,
Well,
using the one application they sent us.
since we didn't apply specifically for a retaining wall, they might not have offered it.
We'll check.
Well, if you put a pad down here, you ever thought about those blocks that Allsted sells? A lot of people use those for retaining walls. They're awful big and they don't move. They're like $100, 100 and something a piece. I'm sure Don would give you a deal.
Okay.
Question number 2. You asked about donations for something?
We're having a fundraiser at the end of March 21st, I believe, is that Saturday, to raise money for HPC and for projects.
I'll have to look at my collection. I got over 300 Hot Springs collectibles.
Well, that would be awesome.
Oh, you won't get them. I'll look and see if there's something there I want to donate.
The plan is that Carl Hall will be putting a majority of the items in there. We don't want to take away from some of the other yard sale type fundraisers that Keep Hot Springs Beautiful and the other groups do.
These
So
aren't yard sale stuff.
we weren't going to solicit to the whole community to bring their stuff. But if you guys have stuff you'd want to get rid of, you're sure
This is all Hot Springs memorabilia. It says Hot Springs, a lot of it's from the 1800s.
That would be wonderful. Thank you.
Guessing that other people hold the funds.
Anyone else? You had mentioned a letter that you sent to the legislators, Deborah. If you could blank copy all of the council on that,
I will.
just so that they have a copy of it.
Okay. Actually, I need the final revision.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can send it out. either
Okay.
way.
We made a couple tweaks that Ariel has that I didn't get.
Thank you. Parks, Recreation, Beautification, Linda, Randy?
Parks, Recreation, Beautification, and Cultural Development met Wednesday, January 7th at 1 p.m. at the Mueller Civic Center. The attendees were Randy Graham, Deborah Johnston, Caitlin Mossett, Gerald Culligan, City Administrator Ariel Ellison, Jason Midgley, Gary Telkamp, Mayor Bob Nelson, and Linda Varvel. Under public comments, it was requested to have a spring meeting just for park users. It was recommended by this committee to have park users attend this meeting to keep city and public all on the same page has two functions. It was suggested to install a vault toilet at Lower Chautauqua Park and added a request to have a vault toilet open year-round at Butler Park. Lighting was again discussed at the fields at Butler Park. Under old business, number 1 was an update on the park reservation system. The city has heard back from everybody except the farmers market. The fees are per shelter, including the band shelter, are $50 each per day. Electricity is an added $25. Please note that the city only leases out the shelters, not the entire park, as it is a public area. Number 2, the Seven Sisters Point of Interest. We are still researching information for this and will be working with the city administrator, Ariel. Under new business, number 1, the Kidney Springs repairs. Ariel met with the city employees. The work will be done in-house. Ariel provided us with an excellent report. Mrs. Tuma has been removed and is secure at the street shop. The base will be removed, followed by the columns. The I-beams connection will be evaluated to their bases. The concrete bases will need to be reworked to come into ADA compliance. We will be temporarily rerouting the water so it will be available for public use. Number 2, the staircases. Ariel is looking at reopening the staircases with signs warning to use at your own risk. She discovered that they are not ADA compliant, so a study will be needed for that, and she is working on that. This will be a long process for federal funding and grants. Number 3, Ariel commended the city crews for the storm cleanup work. As of December 29th, they logged 321 labor hours across more than 15 employees to clear roadways, remove debris, and complete temporary and permanent repairs to city assets. With an additional 200-plus labor hours are anticipated as street sweeping and tree cleanup efforts continue. Staff reports and updates, none were available. Committee member reports. Caitlin reported they will be removing lights January 17th in Centennial Park. The sign at the Welcome Park was damaged and needed to be fished out of the creek. The committee missed covering a power box near the waterfall. They are working on designs for that box. Ariel reported that the snowflakes have been removed from the poles along the street. Also, the grass will be replaced as well as the sidewalk at Kidney Springs Park by the contractor doing the bridge work upon completion. We adjourned at 1:32 p.m. The next meeting will be February 4th, 2026, Wednesday at 1 p.m. at the Mueller Civic Center. Do you have anything to add?
The snowflakes are still up. The garland is what has come down.
Oh, the garland, okay.
And we are working with Karen to see if the snowflakes should come down. They're on 24/7, which we don't think can be very good for them. So it'll be a matter of longevity or looks.
And the cost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because when we take down the snowflakes, isn't there some banners that we're going to put up?
Well, our resolution says the banners will be up through March. So the banners can stay.
Okay.
But we're just concerned about the snowflakes right now.
They wanted to light up the town all winter is what they were hoping to do.
Yeah.
It must be challenging with this wind we've been having.
Yes, that's another concern is, how much they move. The bulbs are wiggling loose and bending and, yeah.
Next year we'd be replacing it.
Any other questions?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Hang on a minute. Randy, is there anything you'd like to add?
No.
Okay. Thank you, Craig.
Yes, Craig?
The grass in that park down there, are we gonna make them put sod in there or just plant grass? I know Public Works is handling that down there too, but I haven't heard.
Yeah,
I think as much they're tearing up, we should make them put sod back in it.
At Kidney Springs?
Yeah.
The sod would probably go a little bit better and nicer than seeding,
Yeah.
just for the simple fact that it'll stay in place and not get trampled on as it's trying to grow.
Fewer weeds.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for your questions.
Anyone else? Thank you. Planning and zoning, Deborah?
Planning and zoning meets tomorrow, the 21st, Wednesday, 6 PM at City Hall.
Thank you. Safety, Bill, JR?
Safety met at 1 PM on Thursday, January 8th, and present were council members J.R. Huddleston, Bill Lukens, Deborah Johnston, Gary Telkamp, Mayor Bob Nelson, PD Chief Ross Norton, City Administrator Ariel Allison, City Hot Springs Safety Coordinator Tracy Bastian, Assistant Fall River County Emergency Manager Gary Baker, Fall River Hospital Quality Safety Manager Renee Staley. People from the public were none. The agenda was adopted as printed. Public comment, none. Old business. Number one, the need for a 2026 deer harvest was discussed. We will continue to communicate with South Dakota Game Fish Park and potentially pursue a city access permit. New business, number one, the committee discussed and agreed to open the closed historic staircases with modified signage, stairs in disrepair, travel with caution at your own risk, and marking significantly damaged stairs, providing we get concurrence from our insurance carrier. Number two, discuss the need for construction period signage for Happy Hollow and Summit. Happy Hollow off Minnetonka to address the speed issue. The PD is conducting extra patrols in the area and has for several months to address the speeding. The issue was discussed and it was determined that the regular and extra patrols by the PD will be used to address the issue. Semi-tractor trailers traversing and parking on residential streets. The issue is being worked. And number four, December windstorm after action review. Renee Staley with Fall River Health provided an overview of the after action review they conducted after the December windstorm. Item B, the members reviewed the various conditions and actions the city departments encountered in both December power outage and windstorm events. No major issues that are not already in the planning process were identified. Staff reports and updates, police department update, working to increase public contacts, working to increase public contacts. B, the chief is assessing the feasibility of replacing the existing dash camera body cams. Item C, consider buying used tasers for Fall River Sheriff's Office for reserve officers, 7 to be purchased by reserve officer funding, 1 by PD. Item number 2, safety coordinator update. Training topics and schedule has been set. Committee member comments. Number 1, JR thanked the city crew for their amazing efforts in their day-to-day work, and especially during the windstorm cleanup. Committee employee safety concerns were none. Next meeting will be 1 p.m. Thursday, February 5th, 2026 at the Mueller Civic Center. We adjourned at 2:47 p.m.
Bill, anything you want to add?
Yeah, I left out a word on one of the items. Chief is checking into the feasibility of replacing the existing dash cams with body cameras. That was a really important word.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bill.
Don't feel bad, mine's worse.
Any questions?
Is there any reports on those extra patrols, how many they're doing on Happy Hollow?
The chief gave a report a couple of months ago. So far this, and I don't have that number, Randy, but his statement was that's one of the most highly patrolled portions of town. And
I won't take your word on it.
well, you don't have to, and you or others may not be happy with the number of patrols, but I would remind everyone that we have 1 to 2 officers on duty at any one time, and there's much more going on than people speeding in Happy Hollow area, and I would ask the public that to please slow down in those areas. Those are narrow roads, it's residential areas, there's children at play, and as a motoring citizen, it's your responsibility to drive the speed limit. It's not the police department's responsibility to catch you every time you are driving above the speed limit. So for safety's sake, please slow down.
I second that.
Has there been a noticed increase in traffic since the Minnetonka Bridge has been closed?
Yes.
In that area?
I believe there has.
And is the speed limit still 15 miles per hour there?
Yes.
Okay. I haven't been up there.
And they are,
recently.
I think we've asked, they're going to move one of the speed limit signs on Happy Hollow
They have,
from,
yep.
right to the Minnetonka Happy Hollow intersection so that it's obvious.
We're moving it from the top of Happy Hollow, just around the corner slightly onto Summit, so that Summit is a marked road, and that 15 is enforceable.
Okay.
So now every street up there is clearly marked 15.
Okay.
And there's no question about it on the speed limit.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
To your frustration, Randy, I share it in that the speed limit's 15. Folks are going to travel whatever speed they want to travel. They'll have their own individual reasons why they're exempt from that. They'll have their own individual reasons why they're going to take the shortcut through a neighborhood rather than staying on or staying out of that area. So I would echo what's been shared. Residents, please respect your fellow residents, and if you don't need to be driving in their neighborhoods, especially if you're going to be speeding, find another route.
Yeah, because we have little children that are out there on the road, walking on the road.
Yeah.
With their pads.
Chief Norton did share that it was interesting that some of the folks that have complained the most about the speeding have been stopped as they're speeding. So careful what you ask for. All right, thank you. Public Works, Dave and Craig.
Due to the fact that Dave brought December's notes instead of January's notes, I'll be giving my report on our next meeting. Unless you...
Don't bring notes,
I know. And that is...
because I don't keep notes of Public Works.
I know, I do them. Now, Ariel did help with that, but I'm not going to rely on Ariel to give the report. I'll give the report at the next meeting. And Ariel, you will tell me when my next meeting is for
Your next meeting is January 27th.
the 27th at 1 PM here at the Mueller, and everybody is welcome to come.
Thank you.
See what I said about my mistake was worse?
City Administrator, Ariel, anything you want to share?
I'm happy to share that our wayfinding application was approved on January 9th after our third revision. So I'm now working on getting the signs ordered from Pheasant Land Industries with the plan for our crew to do the installation. The South Dakota Public Assurance Alliance and Safety Benefits has recommended that we do not reopen the historic staircases in their current condition after seeing the photos, as they, quote, "certainly pose a liability if the city were to invite people to use them," end quote. Our crews continue to work on the Kidney Springs gazebo project. Ms. Tuma is safe in the street shop, but you will see delays in us removing the top as we're being cautious with the wind. The 2026 legislative session is underway. We rely heavily on the Municipal League for our updates and bills to watch. If you're not getting their emails, please let me know. We met with Ivan and Charlie Baker of KLJ this month, and as a result, you'll be seeing Ordinance 1284, an ordinance revising Title 150 Land Usage, Chapter 155 Zoning Code, 155.033 Airport Zone to define and protect our Part 77 airspace. Come before you soon, as it'll first move through planning and zoning. Also, as a result, we will present a draft of minor changes to the existing land leases to allow multiple 10-year extensions, as our previous interpretation of the FAA reversion clauses, plural, I don't know, has been clarified by Charlie. That's all I have.
Any questions? Thank you. Misty, anything from Finance?
Nope, I don't have a report for you this evening.
Thank you. Well, I don't have anything for council either. Let's keep this meeting under an hour.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
I think we had, Linda, did you second anything?
Yes, I did.
All right. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes.
Right back and give this to Misty.
Have a good evening, everyone.